everyone. Welcome to another episode of Cryptocurrent. Your host here, Richard Carthon. And today I got a very special guest working on a project you might already be familiar with. If you are familiar, back on episode 166, we had George with Cryptex come on the show, and they had a lot of projects that they were working on. And one of the main ones was Cryptal. So today we have Khvicha coming to tell us a little bit more about that all the way out in Georgia. How are you doing today?
Hi. Fine, thank you. I'm very excited to be here and expanding a little bit more on what George started and giving more insights from the crypto perspective. And thank you for inviting.
Of course. Well, definitely looking forward to it. Before we dive into that, let's just first learn a little bit more about you. Give us some background on yourself.
Yeah, I would like to describe my background from the true perspectives, from the cryptocurrency side and the more traditional and professional side. So from the crypto perspective, I've learned about Bitcoin back in 2014. I have first made my first investment back in 2017. I have seen the market crash, but I have remained into the Bitcoin since then. And till now, I have all those purchased Bitcoins in my pocket. And I have joined back again this industry in 2020 as a CEO of the Cryptal Exchange here in Georgia, Tbilisi. Before that, back in 2017, I was into the finance industry mostly. Later on, I moved to startups and venture funds. And I was a business and finance advisor in Georgian startup accelerator, working with some of the greatest startups here in Georgia. Later on, I moved to the venture capital firm, Mission Gate, which invested into the startups in United States, Silicon Valley, in Latin America and Europe as well. One of the investments that Mission Gate has made was Cryptal. And as you know, there are two exit opportunities from the ventures, one of which is to transition to the investee company, which I followed, and I was offered a great opportunity to work on this project and lead the exchange here in Georgia. And it has been a good decision from my side to be taking on.
No doubt.
Basically, this is the brief. Yeah.
No, I was going to say, that's pretty amazing. The fact that you were able to get into the space when you did, being in the venture space, seeing a lot of different projects and then seeing different entry points to keep working in this space, pretty remarkable. And we were definitely going to spend some time on crypto, but I just want to spend a little bit more time on a question of, as you were kind of going through this phase from traditional finance over into cryptocurrency, being a part of different VCs and accelerator programs, what made crypto stand out that you're like, okay, this is a project that I really want to get behind?
Yeah, basically, what I saw that cryptocurrency market was growing rapidly. Back in 2017, it has some kind of it was at a starting point, but eventually it didn't grow, and it declined as it grew. As quickly as it grew, as quickly it declined. But in 2017, I saw the market was growing at rapid phases. Users and the crypto community was growing at a rapid phase, and I saw the opportunity that this market gonna grow and become larger. And as you see now in 2020 and following the 2020 to 2021, how the market has grown and how the world is talking about cryptocurrencies and how the different companies, one of the largest companies such as PayPal joining the Visa, MasterCard joining the market. So I think I saw some kind of opportunity as a guy that was working into the VC. I had to have some kind of vision of the future, and one of those visions was cryptocurrencies, and that's why it's appealed to me as a great industry to follow and jump in. So basically, that's why.
Yeah, absolutely. And I kind of felt the same way as soon as I first learned about crypto. My thought was always one of two ways. This is going to crash and burn and be absolutely nothing, or it's going to be the next greatest, biggest thing ever, right? And I was very confident it was going to be the latter. And so far, it's looking that it's going in that direction. So, fast forward to today. Now you're working at Cryptal. Tell us a little bit more about Cryptal and what you are creating there.
So Cryptal is a cryptocurrency exchange, to say so. We have launched to global customers since January 21. As an exchange here in Georgia, we have been operating since 2020. Basically, before a Cryptal, we have been operating a OTC desk since 2018 here in Georgia and serving some of the largest institutional investors, crypto investors here in Georgia, and it has proved to be like a working concept and working business. And as we moved into 2019 and later on 2020, we saw this retail market growing rapidly. So we saw the Georgian crypto community growing rapidly, and we decided to jump in and create this cryptocurrency exchange. At first, we started with a local focus on Georgian market, and we were called back then JEX. So it's an abbreviation for Georgian Exchange, and for some period of time we were operating under this name. Later on, as we grew here in Georgia, we mainly targeted Georgian customers, but as we grew, we saw some of the international customers from the region and from the Eastern Europe joining without us targeting them. So as we saw the number growing, we saw that opportunity that the business is international in mind and not local. So why not to go international? And that's when we started thinking about this new name, Cryptal, and then we moved towards international expansion, and we have started it since 2021, and we are doing it quite well, and we are growing at some good phases. And to be honest, it is a very interesting journey. It has been a very interesting journey for us, and we are constantly monitoring the market, constantly trying to find all the new features that the market that is in demand right now. As you know, the cryptocurrency exchanges, there are a lot of cryptocurrency exchanges, to be honest, and all of them offer mostly the same service. Yeah? What we want currently is to have we have some standard offers that is the standard, global standard for crypto exchange, but we want to offer some new features that I personally want to think ahead of other crypto exchanges and be the first to offer. And in this regard, we are making some very interesting steps and moves. One of which I think, one of which is we are now working on offering the crypto card, which is only offered per my knowledge by Binance and Coinbase now, and not many other exchanges support that. And it will be basically our customers will be able to pay with their crypto holdings on crypto, and using the debit card at their favorite shops or e-commerce and so on. This is the product that I see as an additional feature that is now in demand. But there are some kind of features that we are also developing, and we want to offer our customers. And we do not want to we want to differentiate somehow, and we have to differentiate because otherwise the crypto market is heavy now in terms of a lot of companies offering the same services. So that's why we are me personally, I'm thinking all the time to see what the future holds, and like try out different things and different features. And I hope that we will able to do that to our customers, both that we currently have and for our potential ones as well.
Definitely, man. And you brought up a lot of good points. One being that, of course, you launched beginning of this year. You're already growing very fastly. It helps when the market at large is continuing to grow, and they're also willing to put in a lot of money as this expands. Some of the things that you brought up that I thought were really cool. One, that people can just come on and trade. I think that's always a good thing. Just another access point to be able to access crypto. Another is a crypto card that you can go use. So you're out and about and you want to pay for your transactions in crypto. Having that tool to be able to do that, very powerful and very cool. And like you said, you have your ear to the ground of listening to what the market wants and then building it so that you can appeal to that current audience that you have, but as your growing audience as well. And as you said, there are some other exchanges out there that kind of offer different things, and you're trying to make your differentiators. What are some of the if you're able to share, what are some of the other like things on the product roadmap that you think a lot of people are going to be very excited to come and use Cryptal for? Like, what would you say are some of like the big some other differentiators that Cryptal is able to offer that some of these other exchanges are not?
Yeah, basically what I see currently is that as some of the newbies come to this world, they lack a knowledge of how to do different things, and we are like constantly also they lack the knowledge how to do different things, and also they don't usually understand how the crypto exchanges work. So for example, the Binance has become so sophisticated that for a newbie and newcomer, it may become very tough to learn how to buy the crypto. So that's why the number one thing that we are doing is to like the customer journey to be as easy as possible and as smooth as possible. The other thing that is very interesting and that we are now also working is the algorithmic trading. I don't think any of the exchanges now offer this opportunity, and we are now thinking of implementing and developing our own to implement the bot system into the Cryptal Exchange, so to let our customers to use the algorithmic trading opportunity and make their trading activities more easy. And apart from that, we have secured some of the partnership here in Georgia that let us serve our customers, like those who want to come and invest with their money, so USD, Euro, and so on, to do that as smoothly as possible and as easy as possible without any, so to say, without any difficulties. And that's basically, there are some other features that, of course, we can talk about, but
right.
it could take us, yeah.
Yeah, but even the features that you just described are extremely useful and practical. I mean, you're right. There's not too many algo trading exchanges out there, and even some of the other features that you mentioned, like those are going to be very essential. The path of just the customer journey of as soon as you come on, having an easy way for someone to come and buy. I agree that I think Binance has kind of become a little too sophisticated for your brand new crypto enthusiast coming on the platform that simply wants to buy something as simple as Bitcoin or Ethereum. There's quite a few steps that you would have to take, or needing to like watch videos on how to do it. And the easier that you can do, where you come on, you're able to attach a way to bring in some money and then pay for it. And now you have the crypto. The easier the better, right? And it sounds like that y'all have that at the forefront of your mind as you're creating this out.
Yeah, and another thing that I would add here is that our decision was not to be like a Binance who offers a lot of the cryptocurrencies, and usually general public has this approach to invest into the cryptos that they do not have a lot of knowledge about. and most of the time there are a lot of shit coins, so to say. That's they invest and they don't know what are those coins and what they do and what are the economic usage. So what we are doing and what we are offering our customers is those cryptos that we first believe to have the technology behind, to stay here with us and not to disappear tomorrow. So, and also to educate our customers on that there is some real economic usage behind, and there is some technology behind that might work and be some future technology and have some future usage. So that's also one thing that I wanted to add to give perspective. So on how we deal.
But that is an important perspective to give, is that by having that sense of being able to only bring on platforms that you as a company feel firmly that these cryptos are here to stay and that they're not, here to try to make a bunch of money then disappear in a couple of weeks, is very important, because I feel unfortunately, because there are so many crypto projects, a good portion of them want to actually be here for the next couple of years. Some are just trying to make as much money as possible during this bull cycle. And if you just put every crypto available on your exchange, and then a lot of newbies go and put in a ton of money to get the rug pulled on them and lose all their money very quickly, now they're not going to trust your exchange anymore. So even if you pick some of these higher caliber projects that are planning to be here for the future and they have some volatility, the volatility just won't be as potentially sharp as some of these, as you said, shit coins that are out there that really are not here to survive.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, we see a lot of shit coins later times, and anyone who knows coding and anyone who knows how to create a crypto, they are doing so these kind of projects that general public gets very amazed at, and usually in the end they find out that it is a learning process for them, and it is a good process, to be honest, because anyway, if you invest in a shitcoin, you get an exposure to the cryptocurrencies, and in the end it might be a good lesson for you in terms that you learn not to invest in something that you don't know about, and it gives them opportunity to explore the cryptocurrencies and blockchain more, and to find out what are the good projects and invest in them. So to learn on their mistakes, and that is also a great thing, to be honest. And even, for example, the Dogecoin or the meme coins. So anyone who invests it and so on, and many public has invested into the coin, and this increases, I believe, the demand for the cryptocurrencies as a whole. This public may learn in the end. For example, I don't know when, but maybe 2 months later, maybe 1 or 2 years later, the Dogecoin might not be the good investment, in terms of the economics and real usage it has. So, but in the end, it is a learning curve for anyone that comes to this world. So basically, that's good also that. From this perspective, it's good that such cryptocurrencies exist, but of course, for the general public, it might be a pain to lose a lot of money. And we see that during this downturn, we have seen a lot of people lose their
losing their money.
And
right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah, because they got caught in these meme coin economics where they thought they could get rich quick and get a lot of money. I'm not going to go too deep into Dogecoin because I definitely feel some type of way about Dogecoin. But ultimately, when it becomes a top 10 crypto purely from market circulation and people wanting it, supply and demand, you can't ignore it. But like you said, in the long term, I think people are going to learn a fine lesson. I think right now in this moment, there is money to be made, and there's been plenty of money that's already been made. But as you play the long game in it, people are going to eventually realize that, again, was not meant ever to have true value. But if enough people are bought in and are trying to create it now, then it might find a way. But on that subject, man, there's so much that has already happened this year in just the 6 months. I was looking back and doing some research from December to basically April. We are in a straight 6 month bull run with market capitalization each month closing higher than the month before. And then May was the first down month that we had, and we saw a pretty big correction. What are you seeing as we kind of look at the rest of this year? What are some things that are on your mind that you think other people should be aware of or that you should be looking out for as well?
So to be honest, I am a true believer in Bitcoin, and I do believe that Bitcoin, if in the long term, the Bitcoin is gonna stay with us. So I don't think there is any other cryptocurrency that is more decentralized and more more trustful than the Bitcoin. So, and it is one of the first coin, cryptocurrency. And I see, like in the long term, it's gonna stay. For other cryptocurrencies, there are some good use cases, but again, it's very difficult to judge because the market is like growing rapidly, and I guess it is up to the cryptocurrency community to decide which gonna stay. But from my personal perspective, the Bitcoin gonna stay with us for so long time, and it's gonna change a lot. And for other cryptos like Ethereum, I look at Ethereum as a the technology provider. Like a Google, I would look at Google. It provides a technology on which people can develop the different products. So, and after all, it has some kind of centralization, some point of centralization in terms of, it's not as decentralized again as Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is the most decentralized one. So I don't know. Ethereum has some good use cases, but it's difficult for me to judge from here because the market is very unpredictable. And again, this unpredictability increases as the government tries to interfere, as they try to regulate the market, which is another pain for us and for the cryptocurrency world, which some might say is a good, some might say it's not, but I personally think it's not a good at all for a cryptocurrency world. So to get an intervention from any third-party body that has no understanding of the market. So so let's see. It's quite interesting. So I think Bitcoin gonna stay. As for others, I'm very curious to find out how it evolves.
Gotcha. Well, thanks for breaking that down. Just to kind of recap that, you think that Bitcoin is still going to be the poster child and lead the way for a lot of these alts that you're looking at. We'll see. Ethereum has a lot of use case. I also think that Ethereum's really awesome. Has a lot of because it is a platform, a lot's being built on it. It has a ton of use case, and I think hot take that in the long run it could give Bitcoin a run for its money. I don't think it's going to happen in this bull cycle, but that's a conversation for another day. You've dropped a lot of, and another thing is that you talked about government. So keeping an eye on how governments are starting to interact with Bitcoin and crypto in general, and just how they're going to regulate it. I think that's also something that we all need to be cautious of and continue to look at, because it will have impacts on the greater crypto universe, if you will, as we continue to grow and expand into this next decade. But Khvicha, you've dropped a ton of really good knowledge on us. As we kind of wrap this up, I have two more fun questions for you. The first one just being like, you were in this, I believe since you said 2014, you've been in this game for almost 7 years. If you could take all the knowledge that you have right now and could impart 2 or 3 pieces of wisdom to yourself when you first got started, what would you tell yourself?
I would tell myself I got back into this. I got into the Bitcoin investment in 2017. So it was when I first found out. It was in 2014 when I found out about Bitcoin, but invested first in 2017. And I would say to myself to be more risk taker. and to invest a little bit more in 2017, because in the end I invested, but not as much as I wanted to. But of course, not the whole portfolio and all my investments to be dived into the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, but a little bit more. What I would say also to myself is that I would, like back in 2017, I only looked into the Bitcoin, that didn't explore all other cryptos and the blockchain, the world itself. So after 2017, we have seen a lot of great products that we are developed and that are now in demand. So I think that some of the decentralized exchanges we are developed back in 2018. So I would say to myself to explore the world a little bit more, crypto world a little bit more, and to jump into like developing some or investing some projects that that might have a good opportunity to operate in the market and to be popular and so on. And that's basically the two things. The one thing to invest a little bit more, and the second thing to gain more knowledge and explore the industry a little bit more.
Right.
Back then, like I didn't do it, so I did
No,
in 2020 only.
Those are two really great pieces of advice. Advice rather. Some people kind of they need a lot of information before they first dive in, and of course we always tell people on this show only be willing to put what you're willing to invest, or even what you're willing to lose, but be confident in it. And once you have your confidence, go for it. And if you play the long game, typically things work out pretty well. And then secondly, expand. Don't just go very narrow. Try to go wide. Learn as much as you can about all the different opportunities in crypto. Back in 2017 to 18, there was only a couple of hundred cryptos. You look now, there's over 10,000. That's in 4 years, and there's probably more that's going to be made, right? So there are so many crypto opportunities that, like, yeah, it could feel like you're looking at too many options. But again, as you kind of just go a little bit deeper into it, that means there's a lot of home runs that are in there, and you just got to do your own research, try to find them, and keep that moving. But again, Khvicha, I really do appreciate all the time you spent with us today. What is a final thought that you want to leave with all of our listeners?
A final thought I would give to your listeners is that first thing that you have mentioned now is to educate yourself, learn about the space, and make the investments knowledgeable in investments and knowledgeable steps. So don't you can play with cryptocurrencies and but with also only small portion of your small portion of your portfolio. As for the all the rest portion, that I would say that it's better to make an informed decision rather than jump into some meme coins and so on. And after all the train is like moving forward. The cryptocurrency is moving forward, and I will say that in the future we're gonna see more of the cryptocurrency usage increasing and more people using on a daily basis. So I would say that it's time for you guys to asking your employers to be paid in Bitcoin and other cryptos, and demand all the big e-commerce platforms and all the shops that you go to accept the cryptocurrencies, and let's eliminate the need for those middlemen that make our everyday a little bit less efficient, and why to have someone in the middle when we can trust the technology, and we live in the technology era, and let's say that it should be a normal to have technology rather than a lot of intermediaries doing stuff, and that's it. So that's basically what I would say. Ask everyone and every shop you go to accept the cryptocurrency, and also the demand you to be paid into the cryptocurrencies. As this gonna stay with us, I believe, a very long time.
I agree. I think it's crypto's here to stay. Just like you said, Bitcoin's definitely here to stay too. So if you want to get paid in crypto, might not be a bad look, and it might just make a world of difference in the long run. But again, thank you so much for spending time with us. What are some ways that people can learn more about Cryptal and also connect with you?
Yeah, people can find us on Facebook, Twitter. They can directly go to cryptal.com and sign up and see what we offer, and maybe a little bit invest a little bit. So as for me, you can directly connect me on LinkedIn, and we can explore and talk this world a little bit more. So thank you, Richard, again for such an interesting podcast, and I hope that the crypto will grow even more this year and upcoming year.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm confident it will. And thank you again so much, Khvicha, for spending some time with us today. And of course, for everyone listening, stay cryptocurrent.